The Karting Live 2024 season kicks off at my home track at Warden Law, but we're kicking the season off with a brand new series and a kind of a brand new concept. Rory Rothan here is the man who came up with the idea. The IPKC, the Independent Privateers Kart Championship, Rory. Welcome to Warden Law. This is God's country. We've even arranged the sunshine for you. Bit chilly, hence the big coat. But hey, what a great idea this is. Tell us, what does Independent Privateer mean?
Well, I think the title says it all, really. It's a championship designed for independent drivers. Throughout my career with clarking and even racing, you know, I heard a lot of information through the paddock, and one thing that was coming up was the privateer sector. And they were saying, we're sick and tired of racing against teams. And I think it's more the psychological side of it. Yeah. These guys will turn up, they put a lot of time and effort in, and then you get the big teams turn up, and it's almost like the attitude changes and say, well, what's the point? Yeah. So the idea of the IPKC was to give the independent driver their own stage, yeah, to eliminate the large teams and essentially get them racing against each other, dad and lad, mum and lad, or yeah, daughter, and every variation of. Yes. You know, and so far it's going pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a cracking looking paddock for you this weekend. I mean, you know what? When you start karting, this is how we start, isn't it? Dad and lad, dad and daughter, mum and lad. And what you are saying is you don't need an excessive budget to race with a team to come and race with the IPKC.
No, exactly that. Yeah. Nail on the head. When I started racing, I remember racing out of a 3x3 awning. Yes, we all did. A few tools in the toolbox, second-hand tyres, that kind of thing. I'd take my chain off and wash it, oil it, and reuse it. You know, and it's you don't have to, the crazy budgets that the teams have, etc. We can't expect everybody else to maintain that kind of budget. So we've offered as budget-friendly as we can, obviously with today's climate. But yes, it's a place where you don't have to break the bank. You haven't got to sell your car just to go racing. Yes. And the added bonus of no teams is everybody gets a chance. Sell
your house in some cases. Now what I think we're doing here, Rory, is we're giving the club level competitor a national series. Yes, because exactly. We are going to travel the country. All right, we kick off here at Warden Law with our plate meeting, the IP plate. Yeah. Whoever wins, if you win your class here this weekend, you get to carry the IP number plate through the IPKC Championship season, proper. Yeah. But we start off with, I mean, it's quite a, you know, we're going to visit some iconic tracks. You're at an iconic track now, actually, but you know, but we are the season proper, the 6-round season. Yeah. Give us an idea where we're going.
You know, we've got fullback in there. Yeah. There's quite a few. Behave you. Sorry, the paddock's winding me up.
I'm going to have to learn how to deal with hecklers.
I know. All I do. Well, this is the beauty of an independent scene. I turn up and all I get is grief all weekend. Yeah. So Hooton, fullback, clay pigeon.
One I saw one well in there. Yes. One of my favourites.
And a counterclockwise circuit as well.
Yes, yeah.
You know, and they're very excited to have us along, you know, and when, unfortunately, I had to rejiggle the calendar, but I think it was a good move. Yeah. And Onewell was the very first circuit to reach out to us and say, oh, would you consider us? So heavy discussions back and forth. Yeah, we decided to go with Onewell, being a left-hand circuit, etc.
So all competitors out there who are watching this live stream this weekend for the IP plate, they want to get involved with the championship going forward. When is the first round?
The first, oh, now you got me thinking. I've got so much information.
I know you have, and your mind's gone.
Yes.
Isn't it the end of March, or is it April?
No, it's April. Right. I believe it's...
So plenty of time, is what I was getting to. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, we've got 2 months after this round. Plenty of time to get in. Yeah. We've got WhatsApp groups, etc. You know, everybody's really friendly. You can come ask questions. Go to the Facebook page. All the information's on there. Yes. We haven't got a public link because obviously we don't want all the spam artists joining the group, etc. So send us a message. Yeah, we'll send you a link to join the group, and in there ask questions. We always say there's no such thing as a stupid question, only stupid answers, and be prepared, you will get a few.
When you're a series organiser, you will get used to that. Looking forward to this weekend. I bet kicking 2024 off in fine style with a plate meeting. What What is Rory Ruffin going to be happy with on Sunday afternoon when the last checkered flag's fallen?
Smiles.
Yes.
That's all I'm interested in is smiles, to see people go out, have fun, come back. I mean, we've got the new podium, you know, handing out the RP plates, and that's what it's about. I don't look at this championship as my championship. It's their championship. I do it for all of these.
Yeah.
And I just wish there was something like this when I was racing, to be fair.
Yes.
Because I got sick and tired of doing the same club round over and over again.
Yes, me too. Rory, wish you and the boys and girls all the very best of luck. I'm sure it's going to be a great weekend, and we'll speak to you later on the weekend. Thanks. Rory Ruffin, everybody.
Joe. Thank you.
Right, trawling the paddock as we do on Karting Live TV, and I've come across this little enclave of a group of mates. Basically, this kind of epitomises what the independent privateer car championship is all about. The IPKC is all about this. So, group of mates come together, set up an awning here, set up an awning over me right shoulder, and this is the group of mates. There's a couple of people in there. I've already got my cup of tea, but I haven't got enough hands. But so we'll start with. No, we'll come to you later. So, tell me who you are, what number you are, and what class are you in?
I'm Colin Campbell. I'm in Rotax 177
Number?
and 57.
57 peeps. Keep an eye. And you, sir?
Brian McCready, Rotax 177, number 84.
Alfie Williams, Rotax 177, number 96.
Now then, I detect by your accents that you're from the north and you're from the south.
Yep.
Well, I've spoken to you before in other kart paddocks, but you guys have come down from where?
Stranraer.
That's a hell of a hike, isn't it?
Yeah, but this is one of the closer tracks to us.
Yes.
You know, when you think, last couple of years we've done the NKC, and I think Mansell last year was about 460 miles or something, so this one's relatively local.
Well, what's the journey time to here for you boys from Stranraer?
You're about 3.5 hours,
All right.
so it's not too bad.
All right. Certainly not bad for me. 5 minutes to my house. Brilliant. I need to talk to you, though, about this shirt you're wearing. So you've got a southern accent. That is not a Manchester accent, and yet that's a Manchester United top he's got on. So where are you from?
I'm from Reading.
So from Reading, and you obviously support Man U.
Yeah, well, great team, a lot of trophies.
But they're not Reading, are they? You can't choose your football team. Your football team chooses you. And he said to me, you can't support a football team in League One. You're a disgrace. Crack on. Mind you, your dad, there's his dad, by the way, Ash. It's his fault. That's the way he brought him up.
Ask who we support.
Mind you, yes, I'm coming to that, yes. So got a kid here from Reading who supports Man U. Got a bloke here from Stranraer. Who do you support?
Arsenal.
Yeah, I don't even want to go there. So you're a group of mates who've come together, and these guys are from Reading, you guys are from Stranraer. I take it was karting you met through?
Yeah, it was. So we started doing the NKC 2022, I think was our first year at it. We didn't know any of these guys. We just happened to fall by Mr. Bryant and his awning, and we landed up in there at Glannygorse, and we just kind of clicked, and we started having a good laugh, and that's what karting at this level should be about, I think, as well as the racing.
It is all about having a good laugh, but also when you come together like you guys have, do you kind of share like sort of setup data and a bit of sort of, you know, how to drive the track? Are you as friendly as that, or is it a little bit more intense?
Well, yeah, we're a team. We all bunch together, we're all mates. We're not
Supposed to say teammate. It's IPKC.
Oh yeah. Well, ex-team.
He had one job. No, I know what you mean. You're a team of friends who are you're a group of mates who've come together, and you've evolved into a team because you're racing together and helping each other out.
Yeah, we all want to see each other do well and possibly win or get podiums. So there's no point in hiding secrets from each other. It just helps each other out at the end of the day.
What's it like on the track though when you come about? You know, these two are in front of you. Are they in front of you or are they behind you? What happens out on track though? Do you have any friends out there?
Well, racing's racing. You can't really have friends on the track. You'd have friends off the track, but when you're on the track, you can't really take any prisoners. Yeah,
I used to hate everybody who was on the track. You mentioned Carl Bryant there from who runs a team called Jibtech, but Carl's here as an independent privateer. Carl, I know you're hiding in the dark there where you prefer. But this is Carl's weekend off because Carl is also. I might get this right, Carl. Come over here. You're a data engineer?
No, just a mechanic. I'm not
mechanic. You're a mechanic. Mechanic at Le Mans for Aston Martin for TF Sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sport last year.
Yeah, a bit of Jota, a bit of this, a bit of that. and now I'm at Williams F1, just playing around in the wind tunnel.
All right, so you're a wind tunnel technician.
Yeah, something like that. Yep, that's exactly what I do.
So that's your day job.
Yep.
You also have formed your own kart team, not for this championship. You're here as Carl Bryant.
I certainly am. Yes, I'm just here.
Ask him, he just turned up.
Yeah. These boys are trying to keep it quiet. They're not coming here, but yeah, I've turned up just to have a bit of a laugh, really.
Yeah.
It seems like a great championship. Like for the IPKC independent kart something or other, it sounds really good. And yeah, everyone's just here to have a nice friendly time. There's no big tents. I mean, there's a few gazebos and easy ups and stuff, but there's no big teams. There's no big push for it. So yeah, it seems like a really good.
And from you on a personal level, the intensity of having to please all of your customers, i.e., all your drivers, that it's all about Carl Bryant this weekend.
Absolutely. I've only got to please these three tonight, but that's another story.
Are you cooking? Are you?
Yeah, I'm catering. Yeah, I'm catering with bits and things. Yeah, it should be good. Yeah, that's good. It's nice.
Yeah. Great stuff, guys. Wish you all the very best. The 177 class here. We've got the class of the field, I think, here with the 177s. Thanks, boys. The IPKC is not just about the senior classes, though. It's very much about the junior classes and the cadet classes. Charlie Ford here runs in Intermax or Intercadet or whatever they're going to call it this weekend, Charlie. You're running the number 7. This is a fast car, Charlie.
A bit.
Yeah. What's your lap time so far?
108.
108. You happy with that?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little about these tyres, will you, Charlie? So we're on the Maxxis tyre, and I see there's no tread on that tyre. How does that work then? Is that for the dry?
I think so.
Yeah.
And they're really grippy, but at the start of the day they're normally slidey, so I have to go a bit slow at the very start of the day.
Right, until they warm up. Yeah. What happens if it rains? Do you keep those tyres on?
If it rains, we change the tyres to wets.
All right. Is that a wet tyre behind you? Can we have a look at that? Can you go and grab that? Give us a look. So, show Ash there. So, this is the tread on the tyre, isn't it? And that helps in the rain, does it?
Yeah.
And does it make a big difference?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. So that's a wet tyre. That's mega. I'll just hold that for you. This kart though, Charlie, I mean, I believe these karts do what, 60 miles an hour?
Yeah.
You don't seem tall enough to manage 60 miles an hour, but you do obviously. Is it fun?
Yeah.
Do you really enjoy it? Yeah. How much?
About 50%.
Only 50%. That's brilliant. So how long have you been karting, Charlie?
For about 2 months.
So it's just 3 months. So are you going to do the whole season of IPKC all around the country?
I don't think I will.
All right, okay. Who helps you bring this kart here? Have you brought this kart here yourself?
No, there's my dad. He helps me, and my mum.
So is your dad your mechanic?
No, he's my mechanic.
Right.
Or somebody.
Is your dad rubbish like? Don't answer that. He's the sponsor, isn't he? He funds it, doesn't he? He pays for everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I bet you want to thank your mum and dad, do you? Yeah. Go on then.
Thank you.
Charlie Ford, I wish you all the very best. Only been racing 3 months, so as long as you're happy and as long as you're having fun, that's the main thing, isn't it? I hope you do. The Independent Privateers Championship is all about dad and lad karting, but Oakley Garthwaite here, he's running the number 40 in Junior Rotax. Just last weekend here at Warden Law was the Club Spring Series, and Oakley here was running as a team member of Hunter Motorsport. However, this weekend, he's running with just him and his dad. And I want to ask Oakley, be careful what you say here, Oakley. Which one do you prefer, the big team or just with your dad?
My opinion, I think Hunter's probably better. But Hunter's obviously better for setup wise, because recent Kiger sorted that out. But my dad doesn't really know that much for setups, but he's doing his best as he can. But yeah, it's fun privateering, but I think it's better with Hunter because you have a lot of drivers to get information off, and you have the truck to do data in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But here we'll just have none. We'll just have the workshop in the cart. And
I suppose. I mean, what are you going to be racing this year? What series are you going to be doing?
Probably more IPKC, some UKC rounds, and more club rounds.
So that, I would think, though, from your perspective as a driver, when you're out there on a UKC grid with the team, it's a lot more intense than just perhaps you and your dad. Am I right? I might be wrong. You tell me.
Yeah, because if you do anything wrong, they might get like annoyed.
Who, your dad or the team?
The team.
I don't know. I wouldn't like to get the other side, wrong side of your dad, to be honest.
But yeah, if like the team come in and see like you could have done better than that, they could go over the data and see what you could go wrong. Like gas works, if you need to brake later.
Yeah.
You can do that. But here with my dad, he doesn't really have many data issues, so we don't know where we're going wrong.
That's interesting. So the intensity of being with the team and the pressure of being a team member with your dad. This is supposed to be enjoyable, though. Remember, this is a hobby weekend. I'm going to come round and talk to your dad. What's your dad's name, Oley?
Michael.
Michael, because I forgot your name, Michael. From your perspective, I would imagine last weekend you were sitting around drinking coffee. You're the mechanic, you're the team manager, you're the driver, coach, everything this weekend. What do you prefer?
I prefer to get stuck in
Yes.
and help out. Even when he's with the team, with his mechanic, I still can't sit still. I've got to do something. I just can't watch people work.
Yeah.
I'd like to get stuck in and know things.
You were
about
telling
it.
me you're a mechanic by trade as well.
By trade, it's just the setup I'll struggle with.
Yes. Well, that's
Wet,
experience
dry,
and knowledge,
of course
isn't it?
is, yeah. Caster, camber, wet, dry, what setup, it's just all new.
Yeah, but you know what? Here you are with Oakley, going racing.
Yeah.
This is what this series is all about, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah. I think it's a great idea to get more people involved as parent and son, or friends, family and things like that, to on a bit of a cheaper side, so people can do it, because it is a very expensive sport.
Yeah. Now, you're the team. There's two members of the team. What's Michael going to be happy with on Sunday afternoon?
Paul in a win.
Oakley, you match that? Yeah. Oakley, what do you reckon? What you gonna do?
Hopefully Paul, because I have the pace, but I'm new to Max's tyres, so hopefully I need to get used to them. Because the last two sessions I'm going to go on Max's, but I've been on Mojo's, so that's what I'm used to.
Well, you look very good this morning in practice, mate, so I'm expecting a lot from you as well. Thanks, guys. Oakley Garthwaite and his dad, Michael, loving their karting as ever. That's what this series is all about. So here we are at Warden Law, the IPKC. It's the I Plate. It's all about this weekend. It's not a multi-round championship. The pressure is on. And one of the drivers soaking up this pressure is the number 5 in the junior Rotax class. That's Rossi Costello. Now, Rossi, not so long ago, I remember you plodding round on a twin-engine Pro Kart. This Rotax Max, though, completely different.
Yeah, a lot different. Just the speeds and like the way it turns on straight after the corner. A lot better. Like.
You prefer the Rotax?
I prefer the Rotax. Get speed going. About 70 miles per hour down the straights.
Yes.
Got quicker.
Yeah.
It's a lot better. A lot more racecraft as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Now, you're behind us there. That's your dad looking after your cart there, isn't it? Give us an idea who's looking after you this weekend.
So Ryan, the mechanic, and then my granddad.
Ah, your granddad, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you come racing with your granddad? He looks after your cart and stuff?
I'm usually with Hunter, with Oakley, who just interviewed him.
Right.
I used to be with Oakley and everyone else in Hunter in the on in here. So he's using my mechanic as well, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you prefer then? You prefer just having a bit of fun with your granddad?
I prefer coming here because it's a cheap class championship, cheap tyres.
Yes.
The tyres last stage is not really much expenses, say UKC and everything.
How old are you, Rossi?
Just turned 14 the other day.
14, and here you are, concerned about the budget here, liking the Maxxis tyre. Give us an idea of the Maxxis tyre as well, because Rotax Max in the likes of UKC, British Championship, they're on a completely different tyre. Here we are on the Maxxi. What's the major differences? Because you've raced on both, haven't you?
It takes about 3 laps to get proper warmness in it, so you can actually drive it properly, and then it's a lot better because it lasts longer. I do like the tyre more. It's quite grippy, to be honest, sometimes, if you're on the right setup, and then sometimes it can be a bit dodgy, but it's a really nice tyre to run on. I think it's really good what IPKC are doing.
Yeah, you're going to be back for more of we're going to be going into the championship proper, but it's all about this weekend, this one. But are you going to do more rounds in the IPKC?
I think I might do the Hooton one at my home track, where I used to race when I was younger, and hopefully the Wilton one.
Yeah, brilliant. Hope to see you then, Rossi. Best of luck, mate. Have a great weekend. Thank you. So Sam Stoner Racing, if you're on Facebook, check it out. this young man here, Sam Stoner, is very prominent on there with his karting, and perhaps the epitome of this series. You know, we say dad and lad racing. You've been dad and lad racing pretty much from the very outset, haven't you, Sam? It's the only way you've been racing with in karting, isn't it?
Yeah, the only way we've been racing since we started in the cadets. It's just been me and my dad. That's it. We've been in teams once for like just test days to progress, but that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that a big part of it, being sharing an activity? It's not just about being here at the track, though, is it? Because it takes ages to get to tracks, doesn't it? So that relationship, that bonding that you have with your dad is something that you will come to appreciate, I've no doubt, when you're as old as me. But is that a part of it that you enjoy as well?
Yeah, it's definitely enjoyable. We get to know each other a lot better. Like I know I do certain stuff. I know he does certain stuff. There's only 2 people working on the car at a time. We know what we've both done. We've only got one other person to speak to if we need to do anything about it.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you a question here. Be as honest as you can. So, motorsport is intense. Any competition. The competition in karting is intense. I'm sure there's a disagreement or two, isn't it? Who always wins those?
Usually my dad. Well, it's kind of 50-50 half of the time, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I'd prefer to win them all. I think I'm right.
Yeah, I'm sure. But remember, he is the sponsor. So you're in the Senior Max class. Tell us a little bit about the kart. What tyres you're on? What engine are you running at the moment?
So we're on the Senior Max Rotax Max engine, 125cc. We've got the Maxxis Sport tyres on. We're running Tony Kart chassis.
Whose engine are you running?
Ogden's.
One of Steve's, yeah?
Yeah.
Quick enough?
Yeah, definitely.
Could you do with more power?
Yeah, definitely.
Every racing driver says that. So, Sam, what are you looking forward to? Firstly, I've got to ask you, you have raced here before, haven't you, at Warnlaw?
Yeah, I've raced in Championship last year.
Yes. Yeah. And the track, what sort of track is it? Do you like it?
It's fast, it's hard work out there.
Yeah.
It's bumpy. Well, yeah, I overly like the track.
Yeah, how's it going to race? I mean, it's one thing driving a track, it's a completely different animal racing it. How do you think it's going to race this weekend?
It's going to race very well. It's a very turny, twisty track. There's a lot of overtaking spots to do.
Yeah. What are you going to be happy with on Sunday afternoon?
First place.
That IP plate, sorry. Yeah. Thanks, Sam Stoner here. Perhaps the northeast of England's most well-known racing driver is this man here, Warren Hughes, good friend of mine. Warren made a career out of motorsport. Class LMP2 class winner at Le Mans, British touring car race winner, German touring cars, sports cars. What have I missed? Formula Ford champion in 1990. I mean, that was ages ago, wasn't it? Vauxhall. Warren basically has been there and back. He's got many T-shirts in motorsport, professional motorsport. In fact, he still is in professional motorsport. He works for McLaren as a driver coach. He's working on the F1 Academy as a driver coach. But here he is at Wardenlaw today in the beautiful sunshine because he can't stay away from a racetrack, especially when he's racing with his son Christopher. Now then, Warren, before I talk to you, I'm going to ask Christopher. It's going to hard calling you Christopher because I always call you Chris. So what's brought you to the IPKC then, Chris?
Well, it's just a good event to do with my dad. You know, there's no race teams to be with, so it means, you know, it's a lad and dad's event, which you know, it's good for us. It's good for us to do together, so you know, it's enjoyable.
So what do you get out of that? Is that you know, the activity actually being shared with your dad and all that your dad knows? We know, you know, your dad's a professional, and is that part of it?
Well, you know, it's enjoyable. You know, it means we can you know, fight without professional teams being here.
Yes.
So it gives
an even
us,
playing field.
Yeah, it gives us more of an advantage to the other karts. You know.
Yeah. Good stuff. Warren, I mean, you know, you must get a lot of satisfaction of, you know, here you are actually getting your hands dirty. That's a first, isn't it, mate? But it must be quite satisfying to be doing this with Chris, and you know, seeing Chris, the next Hughes dynasty coming through. But it's not about that, is it? It's not about, you know, getting to F1. It's about just the being in the moment here this weekend, isn't it?
It is, and then that really with Christopher, we've said all along, you know, I don't have a big grand plan for him or anything like that. He's driven this all forward. He's pushed me. Obviously, he's been around racing for years whilst I've been coaching, and he loves being around it. And it's his enthusiasm that's taken the whole thing forward. So he's pushed me to do it, and I've lent on a few contacts and I've got a car. I mean, you know better than most, Joe, because we actually did a bit of karting together back in the day. It wasn't really. It was carts falling off roof racks and things like that, and I'm not joking. But so I can't say I've done karting. So you often come to a race meeting and you see all the big awnings with multiple teams and multiple drivers, and it's a little bit intimidating when you just want to have a go. He's not raced before, so it's just a case of we're learning as we go along, and it feels, doing the IPKC, it feels more accessible, and it's more of a, as you say, more level playing field, where it's not quite so intimidating. There's more people in the same boat as us. So that's how we're here, because as I say, yes, I've been involved in motorsport properly for a long time, but not at a karting level. So I'm a little bit out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, you're getting your hands dirty for what? That's well out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, definitely. That doesn't happen very often. So, but I came back I arrived back yesterday. I was in Jeddah yesterday for the F1 Academy test with McLaren. Yeah. The importance of it's a rare weekend where we can spend time together and enjoy. I want to see him progress. I just want to see what his ability is, but I want him to enjoy it. That's it for me. I've not had to say I don't have a grand plan for him to being in F1 or anything like that. It's just for him to have a feel for it, see if he enjoys it, and try and be as competitive as we can.
Yeah. Christopher is, a kid your age. How old are you now?
15.
It's very hard to listen to any parent's advice, isn't it, at your age? But with your dad being a professional driver coach and all the experience he has, does he sort of offer you any advice out on the track and how to drive and stuff?
Well, obviously the racing side of it translates into karting, I think a lot of it, you get, obviously, it translates, and he can offer his skill set in coaching me on and off the track, and it's just about getting the feel and then progressing from there, and he's good at showing that. He's good at helping with that.
Yeah. He kind of knows what he's talking about. And hey, at first, mate, you've got a kid who'll actually listen to you. That's it.
Yeah. Well, actually, I mean, exactly. We've all been there. It's quite selective. So, but no, he's a great lad. He's got a great attitude, and he's very humble about it all. He's not, he's not thinking about who my dad is or anything like that. He's just, it's a new thing for him, and that's exactly the way to approach it. I remember when we first dabbled karting, we had no idea really what any sort of pecking order was. We just got stuck in and figured it out, and that's really what we're doing.
Yeah. Just about the racing, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah.
And you're enjoying that.
Yeah,
what are you going to be? You haven't come here with any aspirations. You've just started off in karting. So what are you going to be happy with on Sunday afternoon? I ask that to most of the people I talk to here in the paddock. What are you going to be happy with?
Well, obviously it's my first race. My second race. And first race in this championship. I think just to see a personal improvement, would be a good sort of place to start, and then work my way towards the front, hopefully. So that's the aspiration.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'll leave you to get on. Thank you very much.
All right.
See you later.
Yes.